What is up, Packer fans? Here we go. It is Vikings week, 2-4, going back home to Lambeau after about a month. I don't think the NFL should be able to do that. Not allow a team to play at home for over a month. That seems. I mean, I know they had the mini bye and then the bye, but still, that's a long time. And now they go on this long stretch. It seems kind of not in the favor of the Packers of the team, but now they're at home against the Vikings, a team they know, obviously, a team they beat last year at Lambeau on the little stretch run at the end of the season. That's when Keyshawn Nixon had his kick return touchdown, pretty much sealed him for all-pro kick returner. But now the Vikings don't have Justin Jefferson. He's on IR. Obviously, the rookie Jordan Addison's been playing great. 6 touchdowns right now, I think. He's had 4 in the last 3 games. Really balling out. He's a guy to watch out for. He's got 4.3 speed or 4.4 speed. He's fast. He can get behind the defense. And then T.J. Hockenson, he had, I think, 12 targets last week for Kirk Cousins. So Kirk Cousins is looking for him a lot. He is a playmaker. He's pretty good. We played him as a Lion. Now we're playing him as a Viking. So he's a guy to watch out for. We have to see what kind of injuries we have this week. Packers, they keep not doing anything before half. And now so we have to do something before half and then keep it close and then ball out in the second half like we have been and kind of seal the deal. It's always just trying to catch up, and then we're kind of right there, and then the other team scores at the end and we can't get a game-winning drive. We've been in the position for a game-winning drive, though, for a few games here and there. So I think that's 3. All the 3 games we lost, we were in position to win at the end, and then something happened. So hopefully Packers can get started fast this time, and we can put some points on the board in the first half. But Jordan Love, obviously, he just needs to start playing a little bit better. He actually had his best completion percentage in the Denver game. It was like 21-29. It was 66%. That's really, really good for him. He's usually around 50 or just above 50, so to be at 66 is good. And he didn't throw an interception until the end of the game, which obviously is when it matters, but he had 2 touchdowns, no picks going up to that last throw. So he really was playing a good game. If he could have dumped it off to A.J. Dillon and got some yards, and then on 4th down, either you throw it incomplete or you throw a completion and get going, or maybe you're in field goal range and they can attempt to take the lead. In Denver, I think Carlson could have made a 60-yarder, so all Dillon would have had to do is catch that ball at the 50 and get to like the 45, 43-yard line or so. So would have been doable for sure, possible field goal attempt there. And then it went to falling on Jordan Love. He would have had 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the stuff he has to learn from. But anyway, Dillon played a great game. Finally, 95 yards total. That big catch on that last drive was huge. He really finally, when he gets a head of steam going, this guy is hard to bring down. He is 6 foot, 250 for real. He ties Derrick Henry for biggest back in the league. So we got to get him going like that. And I hate when they hand it off to him out of the shotgun because he has to sidestep. Got to give it to him in the eye or just single back, let him just run downhill straight at the line, and then just one cut or whatever, just bowl people over. I hate kind of how he just runs into guys. I wish he would try to move a little bit, but I get when you get going that fast at that big, it's kind of hard to move in a different direction. So, but Aaron Jones still kind of easing him back. We'll see what he can do this week. I'm excited to get him back to full health. Christian Watson and him both practice, so hopefully they're both at full health now. And then it comes down to the offensive line. I liked Zach Tom at center. I like that a lot, but they kicked him back out. They say Josh Myers is playing his best football, so we'll see what the offensive line can do. It seems like they do well here and there, and then they really break down, and Jordan Love still has to read the pocket better. On the throw to Doubs for the touchdown, he could have easily stepped right. It was such an open pocket, and he could have had a better throw to the back pylon, and it wouldn't have been almost intercepted. So good catch by Doubs, though. But getting these offensive weapons going, Doubs, he had 9 catches, 95 yards against the Lions, and then kind of been way down since then. He needs to get him going more, get him the kind of the reps, the possession throws, and then take deep shots to Watson, try to get him going on some slants or some crossers and stuff, and then try to get the ball to Dontavian Wicks a little bit more. This guy is really, really talented. Every time he gets the ball in his hands, yards after the catch, strong hands catcher. So I like what he does, and we just have a lot of young weapons. We just got to get them going. Samori Toure, I don't know why he took the deep shot to him in that moment. You have two guys, number one, your number one receiver Watson, throw it up to him again or throw it to Dobbs to let him try to make a play with the strong hands. You haven't completed a deep ball to two-ray this season, so to throw to him in that moment of the game is kind of tough. But whatever. On to the Vikings, like I said. So here we go. The Vikings defense still has Harrison Smith, Danielle Hunter. I think he leads the league in sacks, or he's tied or close to the league lead in sacks. So this guy has been playing for the Vikings for a long time. He's really, really good. We got to watch out for him, block him up. That's why the offensive line is so important. But it really comes down to what the Packers do on defense. Hopefully we get Jaire Alexander back. I know he's been out with a back injury. It sounds like we're finally getting Devondre Campbell back. He's been out for, I don't know, seems like the whole season. I think he played week 1 or week 1 and 2, and that was it. But getting him back, the all-pro middle linebacker, that's huge. And then Quay Walker, he only had 5 tackles after having 19, so I feel like he wasn't 100%. Hopefully he can be healthy this week, and we can get our 2 linebackers back in the middle. That should really help stop the run a lot, and then just keep watching these young guys develop. We only had 1 sack last week, so got to get some more pressure on the quarterback. Vikings offensive line is decent, but it's not great. Kirk Cousins is not super mobile, but he can move. They don't have Dalvin Cook anymore. They have Alexander Madison, and they also have Cam Akers, who actually took more of the workload last week, and he's a guy that can play and is really good. The Rams liked them a lot. They stuck with them for a while, and then the Vikings ended up getting them. So Packers just have to watch out for Addison and Hockenson, and then stop the run, and stop the run. Obviously, Cortland Sutton kind of got after Valentine last week, but I think if Douglas is out there with Jaire, Stokes is out again, which is he's on IR again. He said he popping his hamstring after being out for a year, coming back for 4 plays. That's tough. So the Packers signed Valentine and some other guys onto the practice squad. So they do have some corners, but we need guys like Valentine to step up. We just need Jaire to get back. Have Jaire out there with Douglas and Nixon, and we were good, those guys. But without Jaire, I mean, the all-pro, not having Jaire, not having Campbell, not having Bakhtiari, that's a lot of veteran all-pro guys that weren't in for the Packers. So to get at least Campbell back, and then hopefully Jaire comes back this week. If not this week, the next week. It's the back injury. He can't flex and move like he needs to, so that is tough. And then at safety, Darnell Savage is on IR as well. So Rudy Ford will be back there. And then Jonathan Owens will start. So I think Simone Biles said she'll be at this game to watch at Lambeau. So that's kind of cool. Jonathan Owens will get the start for the Packers at safety. I mean, he plays well. He's been on the field. They trust him. He played a lot of snaps last year for the Texans. Pretty much started all 17 games for them. And he led the team in tackles. So he's a guy that can tackle. Hopefully the linebackers and the defensive line make the stops instead, so he doesn't have to make the tackle, but he can tackle, and he's a guy that's a veteran, so hopefully he brings some presence back there. It's just bummer for Savage. He has been playing well. The Packers haven't got really beat on any deep throws, on long bombs or anything like that. It's been a lot of just run it, quick slants for first downs, run it, and just down the field. Bend but not break, not giving up a lot of touchdowns, holding teams to under 20 points a lot of the time, or under 30 points most of the time. So it's, except for the Lions game. So it's not the defense. The Packers offense just needs to get rolling early on, get something in the first quarter, get some points, a field goal, try to get a touchdown on the opening drive, maybe take the ball first so you're not sitting. They always want to kick it off, and it's like, just get the ball. You're at home, just take it. You have the energy. The guys are hyped. Having young guys sit like that, they kind of get out of, the energy kind of goes away. They're not as mental as some of the veterans who are used to playing like that. So maybe just try some new things. Hopefully the Packers can get it rolling early, run the football. Hopefully Aaron Jones is good to go. Offensive line can block it up, and it comes down to, can Gary get a sack? Can we get some pressure on Kirk Cousins? Can we force him to throw an interception? Packers only have 5 turnovers this year. They just have not been able to force turnovers. They had like 3 in that first game against the Bears, and then only 2 since then, the Rudy Ford interception. So not a lot of interceptions or forced fumbles. They just haven't been doing either. So They need to get after the quarterback. They need to try to cause some mistakes for the opposing offense and get the ball for the Packers, for Jordan Love. I mean, too many times the other team is just running the football, taking the time off the clock, and it's hard to come out after a 10-minute drive and then get a drive going. They go 3 and out, and then it's like boom, boom, boom. So it's tough to play like that. So it all has to work together, complementary football. Packers defense has been playing pretty good, though. We just need to step it up in a few more areas. And then the Packers offense hopefully can get rolling faster than normal. So, all right, go Pack, go. I think the Packers can get this win. So, peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.